Hello everyone, Rich here, back for another Minecraft ship preview video thing, and this time it is the SS Edmund Fitzgerald, the Great Lakes freighter, which sank in 1975 I believe, on Lake Superior, and this is the recreation of it that I have put together. It is a complete redesign or rebuild of the previous model that I'd done about 3 or 4 years ago, and it's all in proportion with the rest of the ships that I got rather. So I've used deck plans to create this one, and like I said, it's in more proportion with the real ship. So it's quite long, as you can see. It's about 300 plus blocks long, nearly as long as the Titanic to be honest. But there we go. And there's not a lot to this ship though, to be honest. I mean, it's quite a long hull, as you can see, with the deck house at the front, a deck house at the back, and that's pretty much it. With lots of cargo hatches and a sliding crane on the middle of the ship. So there we go. So the crane sits on 2 rails going forward and back. Got the stern deck house here. Not a lot of detail I put on it though. It's sort of varied with what I could do, because there's probably more detail I could add to it. But I thought I'd go with the basic route for this one and just let the individual put this together. Now this has not been a requested video. I mean, only about 2 or 3 dozen people have requested this one, so it's not exactly been a popular request. So there we go. And yeah, so I thought I'd better get on and do it. And it's a fairly simple build to do, to be honest, but I thought I'd take my time with it. And the only problem I had with it was getting the colours right, because I know the draft and the hull of the ship and the top deck was actually red, and it's all red. So I wanted to give an option of what the colours should be, and also to give the ship a bit more variety, really, because I think if I just painted it all red, it just looked really weird. So I'll leave it open to the individual and what they want to do when the tutorial is done. So what I've done the red draft, red decks and things, but just left the hull as a light orange basically. So like I said, I'll leave it open to the individual to see what colours they want to put together. But yeah, it's just something that makes the ship sort of stand out a bit more. Otherwise, if it's just all red, it does look a bit weird, and it doesn't really give a defining line between the water line and where the hull begins, or where the main hull begins. But there we go. And I've also left a few windows out on the back of the hull, but no big deal. I shall correct that. But another look around the ship anyway. So a quick look over the top, and we've got about 20 to 20. I think it's 20 or 21 cargo hatches on the top there. And there's no interior. I've not done like I'd done with the previous one. I added cargo holds, so I've not done any of that. I've just done the top covers with the crane. So the interiors are left up to the individual. But overall, I don't think it's too bad, and I thought I'd give it a quick preview. Like I say, a few people have requested this thing, and thought I'd better do it. And you can see a much better hull design. Not brilliant, but a much better hull design than what I did previously. And that is that. So it's not too bad in my opinion. No shear though. I don't think there really was a shear on this ship. There probably was, but only a shallow one. So I thought I'd leave out the shear with this one. If you know what the shear is, it's basically where the decks of the ship slope up at each end. There probably was that on the Eddie Fitz, but I thought I'd leave it out, as seeing it's more of a freighter rather than a passenger ship. Probably could have been an easy thing to put on, but like I say, it just makes life a bit easier. And you know, it's all up to their individuals what they want to do. And quite a weird looking ship, but there we go. It's not meant to be a beautiful ship. It's just there for a purpose of delivering cargo. And there we go. So another quick look around the front. It's quite a fat ship, as you can see. Sort of a kind of apple shaped, really, or heart shaped rather. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. But there we go. And like I say, it's a light orange, red draft, and the white superstructure. But like I say, you can interpret it as much as you want. I'm not going to do the tutorial straight away. I'm gonna have a couple of weeks off, because I've been putting a few ships together, and I'm going to take a couple of weeks off. Bit of family time for the next 2-3 weeks. So probably going to be mid to late July before we start building again on videos. So apologies for that, but it's just time I want to take away, and we'll leave it at that. So yeah, probably late July for this one, and then probably in a fortnight afterwards we'll start the next ship. Actually, not this ship though, because I got to do the Kaiser Wilhelm first. So that'd be the first ship to come first. That'd be late July, then mid to late July, and then the Eddie Fitz will come along. So there's 2 ships that are in a queue already, and then the third one. which will be later on as well. So that'll probably be mid to late August, I think. So we've got the next 3 ships planned anyway. I'm not giving a name for the other one, but I will do a preview video of that one as well. I've already done a preview of the Kaiser Wilhelm, which is over there. And that will be, like I say, mid to late July. Because it's the 1st of July today, isn't it? Yeah. So that'll be for that one. So another look over the top, as we can see. Blah, blah, blah. And we'll quickly fly to the front end, and we shall leave it there. And I shall leave it up to you if you want a tutorial or not. Although it's been requested many times, I usually leave it open for options and for opinions and things like that. So there we go. So that's the Edmund Fitzgerald, and should call it a day there. So yeah, like and subscribe and all that other guff which people usually do, you know, on their videos. Like, subscribe, hit that subscribe button and all that shit. And we shall come back with another thing. So that is the Eddie Fitzgerald, and I shall leave it at that. And so a tutorial for this thing, like I say, will probably be late July, early August, but we'll see. But anyway, that is for that. And this is Rich signing off, logging off, disappearing, and I shall return with another video soon. So bye for now.